Hey guys, I'm Joanne and you are listening to The Raw Reality. In this episode, my husband is here with me to share his stroke story as it marks 10 years since he survived a stroke. Many don't know what a stroke is. A stroke is a brain attack. It occurs when blood flow to the brain is disrupted. This can happen when a blood vessel in the brain bursts or is blocked, which prevents oxygen and nutrients from reaching brain cells. Then, the brain cells begin to die within minutes without oxygen. This can lead to brain damage, disability, or death. There's two types of stroke. Ischemic stroke, which is a blood vessel is blocked by a blood clot in the brain. Second one is the hemorrhagic stroke, which is the blood vessel bursts and bleeds in the brain. The survival rate for a ischemic stroke is higher than a hemorrhagic stroke, with studies showing that half of the people who experience an ischemic stroke has around 50% survival rate for at least 5 years, while only around 26.7% of those with hemorrhagic stroke to survive. My husband is part of the 26.7% to survive a hemorrhagic stroke, and I am blessed to have him here with us today, along with our beautiful family that we created together. We have 2 beautiful daughters. So let's begin with my husband's story. Ready? Can you tell me about any signs or symptoms, what was happening days prior to the day leading up to having a stroke?
Well, leading up to the stroke, I did experience a lot of headaches and a lot of forgetfulness and loss of breath. For 3 days prior to that, I was experiencing the same symptom leading up to the stroke. I was a store manager for a furniture company that I worked for. I woke up every morning, same routine I do every day. Got up, shower, do my usual routine, and put my clothes on, and forgot how to tie a tie. That was kind of shocking right there. So, actually, at the time, it wasn't shocking because I actually was kind of in a rush to get to work. I wasn't feeling well in the morning when I woke up. Everything I was doing was taking it slow because I usually try to leave the house by like about 8:40. 8:40, right? About 8:40.
So you forgot to tie your tie. Did you end up figuring it out?
No, I didn't. I was kind of struggling on how to tie a tie. I was getting frustrated. I kind of know something too. Like, how when you tie a tie, you have to use your left hand and your right hand. There's certain tie knot that people like to tie. My favorite knot tie I always like to tie is called Prax. 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 Yeah, that's my favorite tie.
How old were you at this time?
36 when I had a stroke. I still remember going to work that day, just feeling really, really like shitty all day. I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling sick all day. I was having headaches throughout the whole day.
Was it one side headache?
Yeah, it's like your whole head. I feel like your whole head was
migraine?
A bad migraine.
And you still went to work.
Yeah, and dude, you feel like your head was gonna explode. And I did get to my job. I always want to reach my goal every month. I always get my bonus, so I was trying to reach my goal. Yeah, just going out. We didn't have goals in life back in the day. Trying to enjoy life, and I knew something was wrong with me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I can literally walk like 4 feet or maybe like even 2 feet, and I would just lose my breath.
Remember we went to Vegas 2 weeks before you had a stroke?
I know.
And you blacked out. Imagine you had a stroke right there. Crazy. Okay, prior to you having your stroke, you were dealing with all kind of issues. You didn't know how to tie a tie. You just wear like a dress shirt?
I did wear a tie. When I went to work, I got one of my salesmen. I remember his name is Jay. He's one of my top seller. He tied a tie and brought it to me. I asked him, hey, can you tie a tie for me? And he tied for me. And
he didn't think nothing of it? Like, that's weird. Why he asked me?
I went out on my day and I work, and I was just like, fuck, dude, can't wait till 8 o'clock, dude, so I can go home and shower, go to sleep, I was so tired, my head hurt. And I had another sales associate. His name was Turek. He's a really good guy. Yeah, I wish I could see him again. I run into him again. God looking after for me, or someone was looking after me. I'm gonna say it was God, because without him nothing is possible. So he came in, he was like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? You don't look like you're okay. And I was like, yeah, I just got a really bad headache. He knew something was wrong too. I just told him that, I just got a bad headache. I feel like, to me, I thought it was like normal, headache or a hangover headache. Because prior to that, did we drink the day before that or anything?
Maybe.
I always think about that night driving home, Before I left that night to lock up and to go home, he ran into my office and he reached out his hand like he's giving me something, right? So I put my hand out and it was the aspirin that he gave me. I
Yeah.
remember in my office, he gave it to me. I said, "Oh, cool, man," and I took it because my head hella hurt. After I took it, it went away a little bit, and I drove home. But just imagine, and then I take the aspirin, and I drove home. I would be like trying to focus driving, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I would have my head would have been hurting more. Yeah, I wanted to go pick up us dinner because back in the days you didn't know how to cook, so. That aspirin saved my life. Yeah, and I got home. We sat down. Remember we had that little kitchen table over in
the round table.
Round table over there in the kitchen area where we had to walk down the kitchen.
To the left.
To the left, and you walk in and left.
That day, remember we were supposed to go out, but then you said no.
Was I?
Yeah.
Where was I?
Yeah. We were supposed to go kick it or something that night, but glad you didn't because you had a stroke at home. We decided to say no, let's not. Let's stay home, and that's how you brought.
They told us to go out to have a quick eat and drink. I think it was Texas Roadhouse. I wasn't sure. I think it's Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And I declined the invitation because I wasn't feeling good. I had a really bad headache. I mean, that headache was going on for days. A couple days from my stroke, I was feeling headaches throughout the.
Oh, headaches.
Yeah, headaches and migraines and. Loss of breath. I was getting winded. I was tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, just walking 3 feet. 3 feet is not far. Just getting winded, can't breathe, shortness of breath. It was crazy. So I declined to go out, and I picked us dinner and came home, sat down, and got the food ready.
We started eating, and then boom, it happened. Do you remember how it happened? Sitting there, or not really?
Honestly, I remember a little bit. I don't remember a lot. I just remember a glimpse of that night.
We were eating, and then all of a sudden, I think your hand kind of dropped down. Your left hand would drop down. You're holding your head. It's damn, hella hurt. I was like, what happened? You're okay? And then I don't have a headache or something. And I hear I drink some water. By the time I grabbed the water bottle, I look at you. You were drooling on the left side of your mouth, drooling down. So I was like, here, try to drink some. So you try to grab it. Your whole left arm start twitching. Your face didn't look good. It was start drooping. You then lean sideways. You were about to fall off the chair. You then slide down a little bit, and then I had to push you back to the cabinet because I can't hold you straight. And you were pretty big. I remember I was on the phone with 911, and I was trying to hold one hand with the phone, and then you were leaning away from me. I didn't want you to fall on the floor because you couldn't move, you couldn't do anything, and you couldn't talk. And you look at me. I was on the call with 911. The confused eye look, you couldn't speak, so it was scary. Ambulance came, went straight to the hospital, waited, texted everybody, your brother, your sister, everyone came. You were just in that one room, and then we all get to see you. You were talking a little bit, making jokes still, so okay, your personality is still there. You were joking with the nurses, and then the doctors tried to touch your feet. Hey, do you feel this? You were like, no. Can you feel your arm, or can you do this? It was like, no. I was shit. And then they said that they were going to take you into surgery because you're bleeding in the brain. So your right brain was affected, which left you paralyzed to the left side. And so it was bleeding still. So then they're like, hey, we're just going to wait, see if it stopped. We waited I don't know, less than an hour. They said, hey, we're not doing the surgery. The bleeding stopped.
I know.
If you had a brain surgery, your recovery would be even worse. I don't know if you even survive it because hemorrhagic stroke survival rate is 26.7%.
I didn't think about that. The survival rate, and if they did have to cut my brain to or where the bleeding was to cut me up to stop that bleeding, then I didn't think about that could have been my survival rate right there.
When you're bleeding the brain, how the heck you gonna stop it quick enough?
I cut through my skull too, you know what I mean?
I know.
And break my skull apart. That's a long procedure there.
Yeah, and so I remember then you end up falling asleep hella quick. You look to me, oh yeah, that's funny, and then you start snoring. But then the doctor's saying, hey, try to wake you up because we don't want you to fall deep asleep or else, it'd be hella hard to wake you up. You were in the ICU room for almost a week, and doctors keep checking on you constantly. I barely slept for days. So on New Year's Eve, which is the second day, I remember when the time struck 12, I was thinking about the thing, dude. New Year's Eve, everyone's out there kicking it, having fun. That's what we would have done because we do that every year. We're in the hospital recovering, it's crazy. Sitting there, I was thinking, oh, you're gonna get better. A stroke is a stroke, but I did not realize stroke can take years to recover.
Yeah. I
didn't know how severe a stroke is.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know too much about stroke too. Even when after Kaiser, when I was admitted to rehabilitation in Vallejo, I still didn't really know too much about stroke. I mean, the nurses, the doctor would explain to me about what happened and expect for me to do to get better, to relearn everything again. It's tough. I tell that right now.
Do you remember anything in the ICU room? You remember those days or no?
No, I know
No?
some I remember, some I don't. I don't remember none. Yeah, because
But you only remember transferring to Vallejo rehab? Do you remember like leaving the
yeah, I
hospital?
remember that. I
Oh,
know.
okay,
Traveling
okay.
to Vallejo, I was pretty much awake already from my.
Sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I just remember this. You were seeing things in the hospital. You were pointing to the side, say, "Hey, who's that boy?" And then like you were saying something else. You were seeing ghosts. That's crazy. I'd be hella scared. And what
No,
else?
I think I was in a tunnel. I think I was because I don't really remember anything after leaving work that night and
Yeah.
coming home and sitting in the kitchen. I honestly I don't remember none of
Yeah.
that part. That headache was really really bad. Going to the hospital. I mean, all I remember was I was in a tunnel. When I said tunnel, is everything was black. That's all I seen was black. Everything was so black. Like, was it my time to go, or was it like I was in the tunnel? I didn't see the light. I guess everything, God said, wasn't my time to go yet, and I woke up. That's how I remember. I woke up in the ICU, and I remember seeing.
Was that before? You did tell me that
That's the next. I think that's
someone was pulling you.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Well, the night that I remember was some man. Well, I don't know if that man or woman because I couldn't see their face, and they were dressed in all in black, and they was pushing me in the hospital bed. I keep asking him, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where I'm going? Do you know where I'm going?" And he would not talk to me. He was all black. I couldn't see his face. I kept saying he. I don't know. I kept saying he. I just all remember, and I was like, dang. We went through this hospital door. I woke up in the ICU. You said how did I feel afterwards? Like my emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. I was scared because I realized that I couldn't move my arm, couldn't move my legs. I know it was something severe, and like we was talking, I didn't really know anything about stroke until having a stroke, and now that all these years, the past 10 years, already, it's been 10 years since my stroke, and I have learned a lot about stroke and learned about your health and taking care of yourself and all that, and just make sure you don't get another stroke. My chance of getting a second stroke it's high. Yeah, it's high. But if I get another stroke again, it's probably gonna be a really bad one. I remember after when I got admitted to Vallejo Rehabilitation Center, I can still remember just waking up every morning. They come wake you up every morning at 6 o'clock every morning.
6 o'clock.
6 a.m. and we have our physical therapy, speech therapy. It's funny to talk about that. Yeah, physical therapy, speech therapy, because how Emma's going with
Yeah, her speech.
her speech, and my mom got her physical therapy. Like, see all that kind of remind me too. Remember we had my physical therapy that came to the house.
I remember that.
I remember my physical therapy. His name was Ned. He was a cool guy. Every morning we drank our coffee, and he would take me all the way to the top floor, and we would drink coffee on the top of the roof, looking out to the city of Vallejo. Vallejo in the morning, it's very foggy. Because of by the ocean, we just talk about life. He's always positive though. He always tell me, yeah. So when you get home, what you gonna do when you get home? And in my head, I'm like, oh, go back to work. But I was like, dang, can I go back to work in a wheelchair? And I don't think all that stuff. Is it gonna be like ramps for me to go to work and stuff like that? I was like, we don't have no ramp at Auburn location. I was thinking all that. I said, man, we got no ramp. How I go to work? It was stress. It was lots of stress play. You know what I mean? Like, there's more after that too. Like at nighttime, they had trying to help me. I had to relearn everything. I remember that. They had to relearn everything. That's crazy.
I have some questions to ask. How has this experience changed your outlook on life?
That's a great question. Every single day, I appreciate more.
Appreciate more.
Yeah, one day you could be here, one day you could be gone. Just imagine 10 years ago when I had my stroke. Imagine that was my time to go. That's my calling right there.
Yeah.
Okay, everything will be gone. You won't have her 2 daughters, Emma and Ella, right now. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Let's go back. If that was my calling right there, honestly, at that time right there, I don't think I would be welcome to heaven. Which, God will welcome all his children. But, I was just going out, drinking all the time, and eating messy. It's just like, it was just not good. Now that I think about it now, but where we at today, You know, if that was my calling that in 2014, if you just look at our daughters now, just imagine if I would have passed away then in 2014, you wouldn't have Emma or Ella. Which though you would still have kids, but it won't be Emma or Ella. We won't be where we're at today. You know what I mean? It's all teaching, you know.
So yeah, our life would have been different.
It would have been way different. I mean, I wouldn't be here. I mean, my time wasn't time yet. You know, God. He wanted us to have Emma and Ella need to be in the world.
Your brain stopped bleeding because of God. God saved your life. Tell you right now.
No, he did. Yeah, he did. Of course he did.
You were saved when they said they're gonna do surgery.
Yeah.
And then came back. Oh, we're not gonna do it.
Life was redirected.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just crazy that time doesn't stop. It keeps going. It doesn't matter, you know. You gotta go through adversity sometime in life, you know. And this is something that I had to go through.
Question is, did it affect your relationships with family or friends?
Yes and no, I guess. I mean, you know who's there for you or not. I can tell you that. You know who will be there for you.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
During that hard time right there. Because my show's been 10 years, Ray. And, you know, I mean, every day is I'm still going through recovery because I still have a chronic numbness that it still runs down my left side of my body for the rest of my life. And every single day, you know, I have a chronic pain every single day I have to deal with.
I remember you telling me, feel like you're walking on pins and needles. Do you still feel like that?
Yeah, every day.
Every day? What helped you stay motivated during tough times?
It's not going to be easy. Yeah, I tell you that right now. It's just relearning all the process again of just walking, talking, eating. Part of the worst one is learning how to use the bathroom again. That is the part of the worst one right there. That shit hurt.
Bathroom? How did you start using it again? I can't remember. I wonder why they didn't never give us a walker.
Brother brought me a cane. Older brother.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I appreciate him for that.
But
you know
you're
what
a
I mean?
cane.
Brought me a cane. Dropped off me a cane. Yeah.
Were there any unexpected lessons or blessings from this experience?
God, there's many, you know. There's a lot, actually.
What?
Just, you know, learn to take care of yourself and learn to, like, you know, I just changed my life, you know. Just trying to live a better life now. Healthier life, and it's better that way too. And I just learned that, you know, if I would have done this 10 years ago, like, you know, what we're doing now till today, you know, it would have been a different story. But at the same time, one of my prayers back in the days was I always pray to God that I want to get out of sales because I always wanted to spend more time with you, because I know that during the weekend, I work during the weekend. And yeah, you know, you're off on the weekend, and you know, it sucked that you know, I'm off on the weekdays, and you work on the weekdays, and that one day that I'm off, and you know, you try to kick it with me too. You know, you try to kick it with me and go work the next day.
Yeah. So our schedule was like, we never had a day off together.
Yeah.
Never. And we never went to church together. God changed our life to be where we're at today. You had to go through your stroke. We were just not healthy at the time. And our lifestyle was not like about settle down to buy a house together, have kids. We weren't serious about that. We were just like ham joy, you know. We were just kicking it every day, having fun at the time.
Too much fun.
Too much fun. Next question is, what advice would you give to someone who have experienced a stroke?
Well, keep pushing every single day. Things will get better. And I don't know about other stroke survivor or stroke victim. Like when I had my stroke, after when I came home from the hospital, I just always felt sad. Like, you know what I mean? I felt sad. I just felt like, I guess you could say worthless, you know what I mean? You felt worthless. And it was just, maybe you just want to quit every single day, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do it. Like, you know, you just want to quit. But just keep pushing and just keep fighting, because you can get better, tell you that right now. I mean, maybe not internal only, like as in, you will get some different type of, I mean, after your stroke, you will get, you know, other things, health issues that you might occur, that you might find out, you know, like my numbness, chronic numbness, you know what I mean? I never knew that I'm gonna have it for the rest of my life. I can still remember the day when I had my first visit with my primary doctor. First time ever having a primary care doctor, dude. 30-something, 36-year-old, 37-year-old.
First time after you had a stroke, not before your stroke.
I know. The reason why that before I had a stroke that week, man, I told you that I wasn't feeling well, and we scheduled an appointment to with Kaiser. That
did.
Yeah, I scheduled an appointment to go see a doctor. I get checked out and see what's wrong with me. Ask me like,
Yeah.
why you feel this way, or like I felt like, well, I'm losing my breath, and I was having a headache. I already knew because I was overweight. I was like almost like 200, and like I think I'm like close to 240, 250. Dude, I was pretty big. I mean, I was just hella overweight and didn't know better. As in, just I take care of myself.
Next question is, what do you wish people understood better about strokes or recovery?
It will be a long process. I don't know. It's not gonna be 1 to 2 year or next week. Everything will be back to normal. Hell no. It will be a long process. As in recovery. Every day you gotta push yourself to train yourself, learn, relearn. Keep pushing yourself. Every day is gonna be. It's hard. It's hard for me until today. It's been 10 years already. Like every morning when I wake up, I push myself to wake up. Dude, I'm always in pain. I'm in like just pain, aching, like just numb. My left foot is it's like a ice block, and it's just.
What's the level do you feel, like 1 through 10, of the pain, ache, and all that?
Right now, as we speak, I'm might actually need to stand up in a bit. As of right now, I'm probably like a level 5 and 6 right now.
In the mornings, it's usually worse.
Yeah, it's like probably like probably 8 or 9, 10. Yeah, sometimes 10.
Crazy how after a stroke, you're left with symptoms that you would deal for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I mean, because I damaged a nerve, and I get that. So and anything can happen in life. God can heal me. I never feel this no more for this ache and pain. Remember, I used to take 16 pills a day after my stroke. Medication.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you take hella pills out the day, dude. I'm surprised your body can handle it. 16?
Yeah, 16
That's
pills
crazy.
a day.
I remember I had to sort out all your medications. 8 in the morning?
8 in the morning, 8 at night.
8 at night.
Yeah. That was
crazy.
When I first, after my stroke, when I started taking medication, first time I took medication, that was
the first time ever in your life taking medication, huh?
Medication for for my stroke and my high blood pressure.
Back to the doctor appointment. You made an appointment to see the doctors, but you didn't made it to that time because you had a stroke before. If you schedule your appointment sooner, they would have caught something because your blood pressure was high.
It was like 209.
209 blood pressure.
209. They could have. You could have cooked ramen on me. All the time. They would just tell me to go to. Admit myself to the ER.
Yeah. They're gonna admit you. They're hey, go to the hospital.
Go to the ER right now.
It give you testings or prevent you from having a stroke.
They probably give me some like IV to cool myself down, bring the pressure down.
I think if that would happen, what would we be at? Like we
probably been dead.
Yeah, you probably have a stroke later on.
Stroke, a severe one.
Yeah, because God gave you a second chance.
Yeah, or went out, party, and got in a car accident or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that this was my chance to get my life straight.
Yeah, you did got your life straight. A lot of things has changed. A lot. Yeah. Compared to what we used to do back then to now, that is a big change.
Yeah, like we were just talking about, like, you asked me that question, like, how is it with friends or family or a member? The question you asked me. I said it's been like 10 years since my stroke. Like I was telling you, you know who's there for you, who's not. You know what I mean? It's been 10 years since my stroke, and we live our life privately. That's how I can say, me and privately. And it's been 10 years already, and you see anyone, what I mean? I'm not asking for a handout or I'm not asking for help or anything. I'm saying, like, you ever see anyone ever come check up and ask, like, are you okay or how you guys doing? Never. But trying to make it seem like, we're the one that is. But whatever. Anyway, that's for another podcast. I learned a lot, alright. I learned that just take care of yourself and just find your loved one and just hang out with them and be with them, dude. Your significant other. That's it. What I learned is, man, no one will be there for you in life except your wife or your husband. That's it. That's all I know. No one. So, well, I mean, I know, but I'm saying what I have seen.
Well, I don't have any other questions. We talked a lot. Unless you have anything else to say or talk about. I can't think of anything else to talk about. So.
Well,
So-
actually, I do have something to say.
Yeah.
I say is that whoever's going through a stroke right now or experienced a stroke in your life, or someone that someone that experienced that, just tell them is don't give up. Don't give up, because with the stroke you can't heal yourself. You can. It's possible, but it's hard. But you just gotta keep on pushing yourself every day, and just don't quit. Just don't quit, and just don't care what people say about you.
Yeah. Okay, so lastly, I usually share a Bible verse. Do you want to share a Bible verse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew 19:26. It reads, "With God, all things are possible." Happy New Year's, guy. 2025.
Yeah. Today is New Year's Eve.
Oh, is it New Year's Eve? Oh,
Today's New Year's
yeah.
Eve.
New Year's Eve. Sorry about that. It's New Year's Eve.
You hear
Oh,
fireworks in the back right now.
Yeah, I thought it was New Year's already.
No, not yet.
Oh wow, I thought it was.
Well, we'll say it early.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's.
Oh, that's why I meant to say Happy New Year, guys. 2025 will be a better year.
Another better year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you guys hear
See?
that.
Yeah, I heard that. That's why I thought it was New Year's.
Yeah.
We got already people lighting fireworks.
It's only, what time is it? It's only 9.
They're lighting fireworks.
Alright, guys. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Peace out.